my best friend. Because that's what I've been talking about. How much I love you. How hot you are. And how you don't have to be in a ton of makeup or your designer clothes to look good.
I don't have designer clothes. And my point wasn't that you love me. My point is they don't. Anyone else who sees this is not looking at me through the same eyes that you look at me.
Then why should it matter how they see you?
Why should it matter if anybody sees your video?
It doesn't.
Then why put it on?
Why not? Why not?
Like, there you go. Because you want somebody else to watch it.
I'm sure there are going to be a few people that watch it.
There you go.
I can spam Facebook just like anybody else. And, you know, I've started a blog. You know the blog I started? Guess how many blog hits I've gotten? 97! And I, you know, who would have ever thought that 97 people would care to read what I've put on the internet? Now, I'm sure there's not, you know, it's probably like 5 or 6 of the same people multiple times, but, you know, still I got 97 hits on it. So,
that's good.
You know, people care, or, you know, they or show an interest. They may not care. You know, that's the other thing. Nobody comments. You know, I have a little comment section down at the bottom of my blog, and that's what I want people to do. I want to go to my blog and comment on the blog. They go to the blog, they read it, they come back to Facebook and comment up right there. And so that's not what I want to do. I want them to comment on the blog.
You should put that on there.
Page.
You should make a new blog about blogging. And the fact that people can't work it right.
Well, the people, my friends can't look at the blog and just comment on the blog. They want to come back to Facebook and comment there at the link for the blog is.
They want to know that you know that they read whatever you read.
And then it's funny because I've had some people read my blog and I'm like, what did you read? Because they come back, they comment, and like, oh, we agree on this and that, and we couldn't be further apart. You know, what I'm saying and what they're saying. And I'm like, are you sure you read that right? You know, actually, that's one of my comments to a certain individual. Is, are you sure you read the same? We were talking about the same blog? Because, you know, I agree with this, or I don't agree with that. Where are you coming from? Anyway, enough about my blog. It's no big deal.
It obviously is a big deal.
Well, I'm just saying, I put that out there with the expectation of nobody reading it. 100 people already.
There you go.
A little over a month, whatever, however long it's been. You know, and it's not like I'm on the computer constantly blogging away. You know, I gotta have to have something that I feel is important for me to talk about. You know, that's not even true, because I talk about some of the stupidest shit. It's nothing, you know, it's just whatever I feel like talking about. No big deal. You know, sometimes I talk about current events or how I feel about this or that or whatever, and in some of it, like, it's just drivel. That was the name of my last blog post, drivel.
You know what you should blog about? The asteroid thing. You should blog about the fact that it's kind of cruel for people to be making a big joke out of it over here when people over there got hurt. But if that happened over here and somebody over there was making fun of us about it, it would be, you know, just terrible.
You're talking about the meteorite.
Yeah.
Not the asteroid.
Sorry, Mom called it an asteroid this morning. I guess it stuck.
There was an asteroid. Let's talk about that, because I
have heard nothing about that. I heard nothing about the asteroid.
I heard very little of anything about it.
Yeah, nothing.
But I did hear that it was coming, and you know, and I told you I wanted to be outside with Axel's telescope to see it on the 15th.
It was
too cloudy at our house at that time. But here's the really interesting part: that the same day that this asteroid is passing by the Earth at like 17,000 some odd miles, which is supposedly closer than any cosmic, you know, debris has ever been outside of the impact that got rid of the dinosaurs. I mean, because that was obviously way closer because it hit the planet. But anyway, this is supposed to be, you know, the closest thing that's been since then. You know, however many thousands or millions.
Okay,
of
get
years.
to
Anyway,
it. Come on.
Anyway, but they're, you know, the same day that this big asteroid's flying by, boom, big meteorite falls out of the sky and hits some place in Russia. And I didn't even hit the town. They got lucky. It actually hit a lake nearby, but it, you know, like 1,100 people got hurt.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's no correlation. There's no, you know, because and that's the first thing that you read if you read some of this stuff like out of the BBC or Eurasia or whatever, you know, some of those foreign things. They're not talking about the fact that they're talking about it wasn't related. How it wasn't. Really? How do you know it's not related? It's a freaking asteroid. How do you know some of it didn't break off and make a little meteor shower? You know? And boom, hit the planet.
But how screwed up is it that people will make fun of it?
I think it is too. Well, guess what? That's not even the funniest thing I've heard. I mean, I've heard some really crappy shit about it, but you know, and it's really bad that you know. Unfortunately, one of my favorite people to follow on Facebook, and I know he's one of your favorite people, is making light of the situation and haha, it's funny, but it's not really funny, George. Not funny at all. People got hurt. You know, we don't make fun of people getting hurt. You know, I know nobody died, and that's a good thing, but, you know, like you said, if it had happened over here and we'd been hurt, and the rest of the world's going, ha ha ha, Americans got hit by an asteroid or a meteorite, how funny is that? We wouldn't be liking that at all. And anyway, but I read this one article out of Europe that some Russian politician was blaming the United States. It wasn't he was saying that it wasn't a meteorite that hit. It was the United States doing some type of weapons testing. And
made a rock fall out of the sky?
Over Russia, and we did something. It was something to do with us. Crazy. So you know, you got nuts everywhere. You know, people got it on
I read
film
today where somebody that I follow on Facebook said that was saying something about that it was space's way of asking us how our space program was going.
Not too good. Wasn't it you that was telling me that 1/20 of 1% of our budget goes for looking for killer asteroids or any kind of spatial debris? Yeah. So you know.
Out of $1 billion budget for space exploration, whatever.
We don't even have $1 billion budget for space exploration. What are you talking about? I mean, we don't have that. We haven't had $1 billion in our space program forever. You know, I think, you know, that's why we don't have space shuttles anymore. We don't have a space program. I mean, NASA is just a name for a group of folks, but they're really not doing nothing that I know of as far as space exploration anymore. I mean, hell, they got rid of the space shuttles.
That was the whole point of the, you know, we shouldn't have quit exploring space.
I don't think we should have quit.
I think we should have figured out how to go further.
Well,
we should work on that.
Well, that's a bigger problem because, you know, each country only has so much to offer, you know, as far as it takes way too many of our fossil fuels and all that crap to get up there.
Yes,
you
I
know,
realize that.
You know, that's just...
That's why you find alternative fuel sources.
Well, I look at it this way. We should use our fossil fuels to break the atmosphere. Because that's where all the... It's hard to get out of that. But once you get out of the atmosphere or up into space...
There's some other way.
It's a lot easier to move around. I mean, you can just use like air and you're going, you know. You don't stop. You just got to be able to stop. You know. But, you know, that's the big thing about the space station now is what kind of representation does the United States have on the space station? Are we even still a part of that?
I have no idea.
We don't talk about it. Yeah. But see, that comes into this whole... To me, this is where the world of Star Trek would really come in handy. They don't have no bills on Star Trek. I mean, what are they? Where's the monetary system there? I mean,